Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. It is Wednesday morning if you're watching live, and I am sitting in the restaurant getting some work done. We are closed today. It's Wednesday. We're closed today, but I'm here doing some work, getting some stuff done. A family day later today. We're taking our daughter out for dinner for her 21st birthday. And gonna go out for a run here pretty soon as the rain stops. So, it's supposed to snow. It's supposed to get down to 23 degrees on Friday. Not ready for that. Not ready for that at all. And I don't think really many people are ready for that. So, let's see. I want to talk about something that you should not be putting into your food, into your drinks, or something you should be putting into your mouth. That can be toxic, that is toxic, that has toxic ingredients in it. So I'm just going to wait for a few more minutes for a few more people to log on here. If you're logging on, just drop a comment live that you're watching live. If you're on the replay, of course, always drop a comment, #replay, where you're tuning in from. Just going on to Facebook right now, and I'm sorry, onto my laptop so I can see everybody's comments as they come in. So, good morning, everybody coming in. Sherry, Stan, everybody else who's tuning in. Sabrina, good morning, Beth. Good morning, everybody. Just drop a comment. Make sure you can hear me. So it's Wednesday morning. I'm sitting here at the bar as usual. A productive morning already. Got some work done. Getting ready to. Got a bunch of stuff on my list today to do here. One of the most exciting things that we're doing is, I mentioned the other day, we're doing a new wine list, and we lowered a lot of prices. Our beer list is, our new beer list is up and running. Just because during COVID we didn't buy many things, replace many things on our beer list or our wine list, and we did buy a lot of things, but we didn't replace certain things. We shortened the list down some, so we have a nice one-page beer list now. So appreciate everybody dropping comments. Really appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Ralph. Just waiting. Good morning, Jimmy. I'm waiting for a couple more minutes so people can catch this live. I love doing Facebook Lives in the morning. I think we have the best audience in the morning as opposed to the afternoon. Jamie and I did our Wine Time Live yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Once a week, we open a bottle of wine and tell a story about that vineyard, wherever that vineyard is, and our story about going there or whatever. Just something fun about it. It's more about storytelling with a bottle of wine. So good morning, Connie. All right. So this is a toxic thing that almost all restaurants are using right now, or they were using pre-COVID. So when COVID hit, they especially Ulster County had some environmental measures put in place, like no plastic bags, no styrofoam, no plastic straws, and such. When COVID hit, the government basically said, well, for the time being, just do whatever you want. But plastic straws are not allowed in Ulster County. This is like this throughout the country now. Plastic straws, plastic bags, things that are environmentally damaging are being banned across the country, which is fantastic. But sometimes the alternative is not that good either. So, for example, when you go to a restaurant and you get a beverage and you get a straw in your beverage, a lot of straws are now made of paper now. A ton of straws are now made of paper. So, paper straws are loaded with chemicals and glues that are potentially toxic, and known carcinogens. Known carcinogens are used in straw production, in the paper straw production. So the last thing you want to do is stick a straw into a beverage and for it to start wilting. All right, that's the last thing you want. In fact, don't even put a paper straw into a drink. Some restaurants are on top of it. Some have metal straws, and they'll sell you metal straws. Some restaurants are using like a corn-based, quote-unquote, plastic appearing straw. But a lot of restaurants are going paper, and paper is very, very, very common. So we discovered 2 years ago, or actually September would have been a full year, and actually a full year that they've been on the market. This is our 1 year anniversary of using Redene. Redene is making an amazing straw. So it is MCPD free and MOA free. They're actually certified. The only straw in the world that is certified free of those two chemicals, certified free. Both of those are known carcinogens. They're put in regular straw production. And when your straw definitely gets soft, you're leaching stuff out of your straw into your beverage. The higher acid drinks you have, like sodas, it's going to leach more. Alcohol will leach things as well. Normal plain old water won't leach as much or as quickly, but it will leach. But as soon as you stick it into alcohol or into a soda, high acid like that, you better believe that it starts leaching. It goes right into your drink. So when you go to a restaurant and order a drink, you have to get into the habit of asking for no straw or a straw on the side, or asking what type of straw they use. I'm just in a habit now because I know I'll have some water, but no straw, please. I'll have this, but no straw, please. And I'll skip the straw. So yeah, just wanted to go on this morning, just remind everybody about this. I've spoken about this before. We've actually interviewed Ulysses, the owner of Redene, before, and he's been on our Facebook. He's been on our Facebook Live. He's on our YouTube channel. So he makes straws in all different colors, sizes, and shapes. It's a German straw. European countries are typically a little more advanced than we are when it comes to banning certain things, banning chemicals and food additives and things like that. They don't really buy into the whole food system that we buy into. That's funded by these big companies that get things passed. And quick story: when I was 29 years old, back in maybe 28 years old, I was having a great time in Colorado as a chef partner in a restaurant and getting lots and lots of media attention. And we went to the James Beard Foundation, presented Colorado food, and I was all about the farmers, and it was just a great experience. I was nominated for the organic board, and the National Organic Board. I was nominated. Somebody had nominated me, and I was told by other people, said, Marcus, you'll never get onto that board. That board is run by big companies. So companies like Bell & Evans, Earthbound, companies like that are the ones who get on those boards. They pay to get in those positions, because if you think about it, Earthbound, Bell & Evans, all these big companies, they play the organic game, and the organic game is a large-scale business. And so you have to get in there and fight for a big company like Earthbound, so it makes it easier for them to produce cheaper organic items. Bell & Evans, you have to, these poultry companies, these companies, they're in there to set standards, so it's the easiest thing to do to make organic certified food on a national level. That's why I always encourage people to shop local, go to a farmer's market. Even if a farmer's not certified organic, they don't need to be certified organic. You need to be able to ask them questions, and they need to pass, the common sense test, like, what are you spraying? What are you doing? A lot of farmers do not use an organic certification because some of them feel that it's a scam, total scam, because these big companies infiltrate it and make it so easy to get. And some don't want to pay the fees, the hefty fees for it, especially in Europe. And they've been doing organic the whole time, so why should they have to identify themselves now? I've literally spoken to many winemakers that have said, we've been organic for 200 years on our vineyard. Why should we have to pay for a certification to identify ourselves? Shouldn't the people who started using chemicals 50, 60, 70 years ago, shouldn't they have to pay for a certification, get trained properly on using chemicals, identify themselves as spraying something harmful on it? And it's like that with our with straws as well. Shouldn't straws list on the package that they have MCPDs or MOAs on the package, and shouldn't they come with warning labels? But nothing like that happens. So then straw companies like this that are doing the right thing have to actually identify themselves and go through testing, and then put something up, and they're actually certified to be free of those chemicals. So that's the story with straws, folks. So be wary of straws. Take your own straw. Jamie, if you ever see Jamie drinking her tea here or something, her iced tea, she always has a metal straw. And over the years, we buy a lot of metal straws, and we have them here. We don't typically use them for guests. We're obviously using these Redenes now, but Jamie takes them. She has them in her purse. She has metal straws all over the place. And metal straws are getting inexpensive now, which is great. And they're getting creative with straws, with all kinds of other cool substances that they're making them out of. When we were going to food shows prior to COVID, straws were a very, very hot topic at a lot of these food shows, and this straw impresses the most. Redine, it's our year anniversary of using them. We literally brought them back in at the end of October last year. I met Ulysses at a food show in Florida that I was speaking at, and I got back and I said I wanted to buy his product. He goes, Mark, because we're not launched yet. Because I said, you so impressed me with all your products, especially the straws. He goes, well, yeah, we're not even launched yet. That was our first food show we were at, and we'll be up and live in 2 months. And of course, we were one of the first ones to bring Redine in, and we're super happy to have it. These straws actually do hold their shape. They don't fall apart in beverages, which is really cool. And again, folks, if you're using a paper straw, if you're just tuning in, if you're using a paper straw in a beverage, those paper straws most likely are loaded with chemicals that are known carcinogens, especially the glues and stuff. They have to be held together. It might be a eco-friendly or biodegradable product, or it might be safer than plastic straws littering the earth, the environment, Mother Nature, but you have to glue them together somehow. You have to make sure they stick together. And once they start getting soggy, forget about it. So just get in the habit of going to a restaurant, just saying, when you order a beverage, no straw, please, no straw, please. And of course, you can obviously bring your own straw. So if anybody wants these, we have these. We have a ton of them. We literally have to buy 2,000 of these at a time. I don't even know the price that we would charge. We have smaller packets too. For a while there, I was giving out a bunch of these as samples to restaurants we were going to and saying, here you go. I'm into this so much that Ulysses sent me, 100 packs or something. Every time I'd go out to a restaurant, I'd literally say to the restaurant owner or something, try these straws, huge benefit. These are straws that I love. Here's my little pitch on these straws. Call the guy. These straws are a big difference. I don't know how many restaurants ever took me up on that offer, but I was literally handing these out left and right back in January and February, and then COVID hit. And at the beginning of March, I was handing these out. So I'm not sure if any restaurants took me up on it. These straws are expensive. They're not your normal paper straw, but we feel that it's worth it. So that's it for today, folks. If you like this, video, please share it. Please share it with other chefs, other restaurant owners. Share it with your friends. And remember, paper straws do not put a paper straw into your drink unless you know that it is a Redine paper straw. So good morning, everybody, for tuning in. Chris, good morning. Aileen, Robert, Mary, Cheryl's on. Hi, Cheryl. Anthony, Brendan, Dean, good morning, Dean, Anna, a bunch of people, Beth, Julie. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Linda. So awesome, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Wednesday. We are closed today. Our next wine dinner, our next wine event is next Monday night. Spanish wines, revisit of our Spain trip back in 2018. Got some really cool stuff. I just posted a great video yesterday on our Facebook. Not really a great video, but it's a 3-minute video of us walking around Ugarte Vineyard in Ugarte is in Rioja, in La Guardia. And Ugarte is a really cool, amazing vineyard. It's built into the mountain. And that's what our tour guide is talking to us about. He's an export manager. And he's talking about how the vineyard's built of the vineyard. So if you've been into the restaurant, and it's indeed Ugarte, and if you've had their wine, that's wine by the, let's see the picture. That's the opposite side of the hotel and the tower there on the top. That's Ugarte, and that's where we were walking around at night. That whole vineyard is built into the side of the mountain. There's a hotel there, so you walk up on the top. So you enter through the top. On the other side is a parking lot through the top level, and then you go down to all the hotel rooms. So the parking lot's up there, and everything's built in. You can see all the caves on the side here. It's really cool. I posted another picture the day before of how they, how all these intricate caves go through the mountain, their wine cellar, all these tunnels and caves. It's like going back, looking at all the footage of there. I was like, wow, this is like one of my favorite vineyards. Really just an amazing, awesome vineyard, great people. The owner's about 90 years old right now, and he built a lot of that. They first started at just making wine for himself, his family, and his friends. And the wine became so popular that then they started making more and more. and making it commercially. And then over the last like 30, 40, 50 years, the owners actually constructed that winery. So it's really, really cool. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Sherry says, thanks for the info. I'm throwing away my straws and ordering them. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love to hear that. So, all right, folks, got to get on a phone call here in a couple of minutes. My 8:30 Momentum coaching buddy call. So talk to everybody later. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you back on Thursday. Tomorrow, $9.99 to go burgers.